And for the first time in combat, the U.S. military is deploying one-way kamikaze drones that are copycats of Iran's drones.
These drones are a pretty fascinating development within the last really 7 months. This is a rapid fielding of a system.
So the Lucas is a low-cost platform that provides cutting-edge capability at only a fraction of the cost of traditional U.S. platforms that deliver the same effects.
2 active wars and the $2 chips in every drone on the battlefield. Last week, the United States fired its first ever one-way attack drone during the strikes on Iran. The Pentagon just launched a $1 billion program to build more of these attack drones at just $5,000 each. Ukraine is producing over 1 million drones a year. Iran is launching waves of them as we speak. Millions of drones, all running on a $2 chip made by a company probably never thought of as a defense stock. Today I'm going to show you 5 semiconductor companies whose parts are showing up in virtually every military drone on the planet. Now, before I get into the names, I realize this is a serious situation impacting millions of people around the world. I'm going to stick to covering the investment angle here on today's video. If that is too soon for you, I respect that. So let me frame how big this is getting very quickly. The military semiconductor market today is about $6.5 billion. It's projected to double to over $13 billion by just 2034. But here's what makes this interesting. The drone economy is powered by semiconductor stocks that most investors have completely ignored, and it's happening again right now. Now, there are a lot of ways to play the drone boom. The first are these pure play drone companies. I'm sure many people will mention them into the comments. There are several public companies that strictly make drones, and honestly, I couldn't predict which one is going to do well. But I actually think there's a more interesting way to profit here. This is the classic picks and shovel layers just underneath the drone technology. And just like you've been investing in NVIDIA for the AI layer, there's a way to do it with drone technology too. 5 analog and embedded semiconductor companies whose chips are inside of every drone, whether it's a friend or a foe. Now, here's what's really interesting. When researchers tore apart the Iranian-made drones, they found about 52 electronic components inside, and roughly 80% of them were made by American companies. And these are not defense contractors. These are analog chip makers where $2 parts end up in everything from like a factory sensor to drone weapon systems. And there's one company that is perfectly positioned to capture most of this demand. In fact, I'm so confident that this company will capture a lot of this business in the future that I recommended it to our premium subscribers back in December. And that was really before this drone thesis became more clear. That company is Texas Instruments, ticker symbol TXN. Nearly 24 of Texas Instruments parts were found in Iranian drones the United States has spent the last several months trying to copy. These are microcontrollers, voltage regulators, digital signal controllers, and power management chips. They're all made by Texas Instruments, and they not only design these chips, but they also happen to manufacture them. Texas Instruments is one of the world's largest analog chip makers at about $20 billion in annual revenue. But here's the kicker. They spent the last several years building out very expensive fab capacity. These are the large buildings that actually make the chips. These are clean rooms, and they are ready. And Texas Instruments is just one of 5 companies that I found when researching the analog chip market a few months ago. There are 4 others: Analog Devices, NXP Semiconductors, onsemi, and Microchip Technology. all have their chips showing up in these drone teardowns as well, but not to the degree that Texas Instrument does. Each one playing a different role, from either the guidance systems to image sensors to flight controllers. I broke down all 5, what they make, why their chips end up in every drone, and what the investment case looks like for each. If you want a full write-up, it's in my Substack. The complete picture is down below. The companies behind the drone booms aren't Lockheed and Raytheon. They're analog chip makers whose $2 parts are showing up in every drone on Earth. The United States has just launched a new competitive contract to build even more of these, and many believe that the future of fighting is going to rely more on drones than any other technology. Many of these analog chip stocks have not caught the wave of AI and other semiconductor stocks, and they're about to ride a cyclical recovery with this defense tailwind that almost nobody is talking about.